Okay. Okay. So, good morning to everyone again. My name is Harsh, and to introduce myself, I have around 15 years of experience working on all Oracle ERP products, especially project accounting, e-business suite, and Oracle PPM. So, I have been doing the implementations from past 5, 6 years. And earlier, I was also part of the projects. So this is about my introduction. So I would like to know from your perspective, what is your background with respect to Oracle ERP, with respect to Oracle PPM, and what is your expectation from the course, so that we can align our course content, accordingly. So we have a standard course content wherein we will be teaching you all the basic setups, all the basic concepts which will help you to implement Fusion PPM or to provide a solution for Fusion PPM for your clients. But if you have any specific requirement, then we can accommodate that as well. Okay.
Hey, hi, I'm Sheila. I have 10 years of experience in Oracle e-business suite,
Okay.
the project accounting. I am planning to do the PPM certification, so I'm looking training on that, and also the PPM has been currently we are in EBS and we are trying to move to Fusion. So I just wanted to know in depth because I'm not getting the sufficient update through the organization.
Okay. Okay. So if you are already well versed with Oracle e-business suite project accounting, so it will be easier for you to move to PPM as there is not much difference. Most of the concepts are, you will find they are similar only the navigation part, and there are some features which are added extra here. Okay.
And also integration also I'm looking for it, how the data can be converted from the EBS to Fusion.
Okay. Okay. So let's say from e-business suite, if you want to
Yeah,
migrate,
the existing projects, how we can move to the Fusion one.
fine. Fine.
And you will be giving us some support to do the training, PPM certification.
Support to the PPM certification, I doubt, but yeah, I mean, I have also cleared this exam 2 years back, so I can guide you at that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So hello, my name is Neeta. I have also overall 9 years of experience in Oracle project accounting,
Mhm.
EBS. Okay, so from this training means I don't have any background about Oracle Fusion or Cloud PPM. So I would like to get that understanding how things works in a PPM. Okay, so that in a future I can move in Fusion also. Okay.
Mhm. Okay, okay, good. Hi, Krishna.
Yeah, hi. My name is Krishna. So actually, I was working as a Oracle financial consultant in Fusion. I used to work for AP module. So actually, I worked in before prior, I worked in as a Oracle project accounting end user.
Okay, good.
So I want to explore more in the PPM, kind of what you call in this functional role.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Good to know. So, you all have a background of what Oracle ERP is at least. So, we'll not go there. We'll start with why cloud has been introduced and what do we get from it, what offerings cloud is been providing to us. I mean, Oracle Cloud in general is giving to us. And today's session will be more of an introduction to the PPM, why we are using PPM, how it is resolving our problem, and navigation to the cloud application. So maybe some of the features will be known already by Neetu and Sheila, and some of the features will be already known by Krishna. But to get on the same page, we'll just go through this session once, and tomorrow when we come back, we will start from our course content. Okay. So, Oracle Cloud, basically, if you observe, it is a fusion of many applications like Siebel, PeopleSoft, the Oracle e-business, some features from Oracle e-business suite. So they merged all these features and they delivered a product which is Oracle Fusion, and which is why the name Fusion they gave. So it has a lot of, if you have worked anytime on Siebel or on anytime on PeopleSoft, so you will see a lot of similarity between Oracle Fusion product and the CRM. So the look and feel, everything will be very similar. Now, why Oracle Cloud has been introduced? So let's consider an example. Okay, I was working with TCS initially, and I was working for a client, and there was a team of 200 associates. I mean, it was more than that, but approximately 200 associates were working on this project. So for this particular client, TCS was, TCS were giving support on the database side. So they had an entire team of DBAs. Then there was a support side. So whichever the applications they have implemented, there was a complete support team. Then there was a development team for whatever the new requirements coming on Oracle application or for any other application. And there was an implementation team which were implementing Oracle e-business suite for for whichever uh, organization they are acquiring. And there was an integration team. So a lot of people were supporting this client, and the client was paying a lot of money for for their IT maintenance or for their IT development. So with this feature, okay, which we call as Oracle SaaS, what Oracle is doing is, so Oracle is taking a complete control. Oracle is taking care of your application, of your data, your middleware, your operating system, your server, your storage, your networking. So it is like a Netflix subscription. So what do you do in Netflix? You get a username and password, you log in your credentials, and you enjoy the show. Similarly, what Oracle is doing now, Oracle says, okay, now you don't need to pay these vendor for for a team of for 200 associate. Now we will take care of all these things. You just need a guy who can implement the solution and who can understand the business requirement, or a developer who can help you with the integration or with the extension. So now in my current project, where we are implementing Oracle Fusion, to Oracle Fusion PPM to a client. So there, uh, we are a team of two associates. So one a consultant, a senior consultant, one junior consultant, one developer, and one guy from the client. So like that, we with 3-4 people alone, we are managing the entire show for PPM, and the entire team only has close to 20-25 people. So now this is more suitable for the client because it is having, now Oracle, now there is only one party which is taking care of the entire thing. You need fewer people to manage the show. And if you go to the UI, the user interface of Oracle Cloud, it is much better than on-premise, the e-business suite. If you ask me, if you are an implementation expert, your life will be much easier in Oracle Fusion. If you want to, if you are new to implementation process, even then there are guides in the applications available which will keep on telling you that okay, this is the set of this is a hierarchy of setups you got to do. So you got to first create your legal entity, your business unit, your project unit, then you need to assign that project unit to the business unit. So Oracle application, this Fusion application itself will keep on telling you all the setups, all the things which you need to do in a sequential order. Okay. So with respect to the implementation, with respect, from the client perspective that they don't have to manage, they don't have to pay for 200 people now, and they don't have to keep on changing the vendor like from TCS. Sometimes the project goes to Infosys, sometimes it goes to Cognizant. So that happens. That happens now also, but they have a lesser margin. They have a lesser volume to maintain. Plus, the biggest advantage for the client is the cost. They were giving a heavy cost to maintain the servers, to maintain the storage, to maintain the networking. So all this cost will be saved now, okay, because we are giving everything, each and every control to the Oracle application. Okay, so this example which I gave you, this is for SaaS. Okay, so this is we call it as software as a service, in which the entire control will be taken care by Oracle. They will be giving you an application which will fulfill almost most of the requirement of your client. Having said that, if you have a requirement that you want, you have a lot of customization, you have a lot of requirements which is not getting fulfilled by the vanilla product given by Oracle, and you feel that you need to build your own application, you have critical data which you want to maintain by your own. In that case, Oracle has given another offering, which is Oracle Platform as a Service. So in Oracle Platform as a Service, which we call it as PaaS, in this part, you will be taking care of the application and the data, and Oracle will take care of the middlewares, the OS, servers, storage, and networking. Now comes infrastructure as a service. In this part, if you want Oracle to take care of the server, storage, and networking, Oracle do provide this service, and you need to take care of your application, data, your middleware, your OS. So if I have to give a real-time example, so uh, As I said, Netflix is one of the example of PaaS of SaaS. Okay, and then we have Gmail, which is also one of uh, you can say a SaaS example. So any you can say any vendor, I mean any offering in which the vendor itself is taking care of the entire thing is something is SaaS. Okay. And the fourth one is on premise, which we currently call it as e-business suite, wherein you only have to build your application, you only have to take care of your data, you only have to take care of your storage of your network. Okay. Any doubt in this part?
No.
Hello. Yes. So Jira, if you are using Jira, if you are using Dropbox, so these are some example of SaaS. Then your Google App Engine, your Red Hat, these are the example of PaaS. Then your Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, IBM Cloud. These are all the example of IaaS. Any doubt here?
No.
Yes, Krishna.
No, no, no doubt at all. Nothing, nothing. Okay.
Okay. So this was a brief of sorry. This was a brief of what Oracle has to offer in terms of what they are offering currently. So these three business models they're offering, which is SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, and based on our requirement, we can choose any of these three. But most of the time, we are using the SaaS model because of the support we are getting from Oracle in this particular product and because of the cost which the client has to endure. But having said that, if you consider an example of General Electricals, G, so it is slightly difficult to bring G on Oracle SaaS. Yes, there are some line of businesses which can be brought to SaaS, but they have such strict security. I mean, they want to maintain their own data, they want to maintain their own application. There are certain applications which was developed some 20-25 years back. And I've observed they're still maintaining it. They still do not want to, obsolete it. So for such clients, yes, we have to go for the PaaS option, okay, or a mix of SaaS and PaaS in which some line of business can be implemented in the SaaS and some in the PaaS. Okay. Now coming to Oracle PPM. Okay, so Oracle PPM is our Oracle Project Portfolio Management. Now, what this ERP product does is, let's consider an example of a state government. So, a state government or a chief minister of the state will have a vision for his particular state. So, let's say he wants to improve the infrastructure of the state. He wants to improve the healthcare of the state. He wants to improve uh, the education for the state. So these will be his portfolios. Now, under these portfolios, he will have projects. So when it comes to your infrastructure, there can be projects for the construction of metros, the construction of your flyovers, construction of inner ring roads, outer ring roads, construction of malls. So all these things will be coming under a portfolio of your infrastructure, and these will be the projects. Coming to your healthcare, so maybe he will have a vision to bring some aims in the state. Maybe he want to provide free vaccination for some disease to all the residents. So again, these are the projects under healthcare. He wants to set up some free clinics in every area. Then comes the education. Now, he might be bringing some more IITs, some more IIMs into the state. He will be, he will be improving the curriculum. Whatever the teaching methodology is going on, so he will improve that. So all these are projects under the portfolio education. So let's consider the first example, which is infrastructure. Now, under infrastructure, there can be lot of things. There can be lot of projects. So, suppose tomorrow, if the chief minister wants to see that how uh, how my infrastructure portfolio is doing, I have allocated a budget of 3,000 crores for the infrastructure for this 5 year. So, how is it going? Let's say you say that, okay, most of the budget is exhausted. So he will ask, okay, which are all the projects not going well? Which are all the projects in which we have consumed our most of the budget? So they will say like, okay, on for the construction of outer ring road, inner ring road, we have exceeded the budget given. For the construction of metro, we have exceeded the budget given. There were some challenges related to the infrastructure, the labor, then the COVID come. There was a shortage of raw materials. There was a shortage of labor resources. So the budget has shoot up and the project is delayed. There was no availability of raw material. There were no availability of labors. So we hired the raw materials, we hired the labor cost at elevated prices, and which is why the budget has increased. The project has exceeded the budget given. But how this information will be available? So there should be some place where we are storing this information, and that is where project accounting or PPM comes into picture. So what this Oracle ERP tool help us with is it helps to maintain the cost which we have incurred against a particular project. Now consider the same example of a metro. So while constructing a metro, there will be a lot of sources wherein you will be incurring the cost. You will hire some good engineers, you will procure some raw materials, you will uh, procure some land, you will be investing on the new technologies, then there will be some engineering vendor who will be constructing your bogies, who will be constructing your tracks. So a n number of sources will be there, okay, through which you will be incurring the cost. So imagine a scenario you don't have a system to track down this cost. So you will not be able to tell, to your higher authorities at any given point of time if they ask you how much we have exceeded, or at least you will not be able to tell live or instantly to them. So what Oracle ERP or what in general, what Oracle ERP does is like it maintains all the data at one place, and it enables a data flow between different modules. Let's say your AR, AP, your PPM. From PPM, we have an interface with, we have a connection with our account receivable. We have an integration with GL. These are the downstream application for PPM. Then we have upstream application like account payables, procurement. So Oracle ERP maintains a data flow in between these application, in between these modules, and it stores the live data at a single place, and as and when needed, this data can be fetched and these data can be relied upon. This data is integrated, this data is what do you call this? So all the five principle of database management system, be it your data integrity, be your data consistency, everything this system is following. So you can rely on this data to make your business decisions. So this is what PPM does. Again, if the Chief Minister of Telangana, which is KCR, he wants to know that, okay, how my metro project is going on, then the person, the portfolio manager can quickly give him the information that, okay, your metro project is on time, or your construction of flyovers is on time, your construction of inner outer ring roads is slightly delayed because of some challenges. So he will give them the brief of the challenges, where the excess money has gone. So all these we are maintaining under one umbrella, which is PPM. Now, the first part, this part which I told you, this we normally call it as a project costing, wherein we are tracking the cost which we have incurred against a project. Now, on the basis of the cost which we have incurred, we want to bill the customers. Then we will incorporate project billing as well into our implementation. So project billing is one feature given in the PPM through which we can create the invoices and revenue directly in the PPM itself. So let's consider an example. Let's consider an example of a training center. So now consider yourself as a head of a training center, and you have established this training center at various locations in India, and now you want to automate the process. Let's say a candidate comes to enroll for some course, and once the agreement is been done, you want the invoice to be directly sent to the customer. So this particular part can be achieved using PPM. So you will be creating a contract with the customer in PPM. Then you will be having some cost associated, let's say for the trainer, let's say with the infrastructure. On the basis of that cost, on the basis of the agreement which you have with the customer, you want to generate the invoice and directly send it to the customer. Yes, you can do that in the PPM. You want to generate the revenue which came out of this entire project. Yes, you can do that in the PPM. You can send those invoices directly to account receivable to send it to the customer, and you can pass the revenue which is created directly to the GL. So this is an overview of why we are using the PPM and how PPM is making the life easy for most of the project driven organization. Let's say TCS. Now TCS has a lot of projects for each sector, be it retail, be it manufacturing. So consider a manufacturing vertical of TCS. So under manufacturing vertical, they will have hundreds of clients. Okay, so on again for these clients, like how the project is going, whether it is on track, whether it is delivered on time, if in case we need some resources for the projects, if there is some shortage of the budget which is going to happen in the near future. So this forecasting also PPM will help you to do, okay, regarding to your resources, regarding to your budget. And if you want to enforce the budget on your how you are incurring the cost, yes, that also can be done using PPM. And of course, there are live reporting, there are live insights of how the project is doing. So let's say if you have assigned, if you're a project manager and you have assigned the task. So if you are into an implementation project and you are into the first phase of the project, which is requirement gathering. So how is it going? So in the requirement gathering, there are a few phases. Let's say conducting a workshop, creating a PR100, finalizing the solution. So like that, there are three stages and where exactly we are on. So let's say the requirement. So let's say the workshop sessions are expected to complete by 5th of November. And now it's 1st of November and it's still only 10% completed. And we were given a time of 15 days to complete this. Now only 5 days are remaining. So obviously this phase or this task or this progress is under red, and the system will tell you that you got to either hire some more resources to for this task, or you need to expedite. You need to increase the hours which each resource is spending on this task. So this kind of forecasting also the system does, and you can track this way how your project is performing, how the progress is being maintained. And let's say if you have a requirement from the client that based on the progress alone, I will pay you. So it's not like you are taking, you have completed like 5% of the project and you are expecting some amount from the client. And I mean to say that, okay, let's say if the client says, okay, if 20% of the progress has happened or 20% of the project is completed, then I will pay you the 20% of our agreement cost. So 5% is only completed. Now 15% is still remaining for this particular task. So we will not be getting the billing. So these kinds of requirement, which is on the basis of project completion, which is based on the efforts you have put, or simply if you have any other criterias, any other logic, so that also we can incorporate in PPM. So like we had billing extension in Oracle e-business suite. So yes, we do have that in the PPM as well. So those who have already worked on e-business suite will find a lot of similarities. And as we progress in our session, I will keep comparing, like especially in terms of PPM or project accounting, like what was there in e-business suite and how it has changed into the PPM. So this slide gives you the brief of whatever I told you, that it keeps track of multiple projects and their tasks being executed at the same time, tracking of cost and revenue, managing resources, operational efficiency and reduce costs, track cost and revenue budget, implement control on cost and revenue budget, identifying best fit resources and maximum utilization. So this part, which is identifying best fit resource and maximizing utilization. So this comes under project execution management. So this one also we will discuss later today. So we have two components under PPM. One is project financial management and the other one is project execution management. Under financial management, whatever we are doing related to the cost. So let's say if you are incurring the cost for a particular project, yes.
Sorry, could you please stop, share and share it again? I can see one. It's the same slide. If you don't mind. Are you in
No,
a
I'm
different slide?
sharing the same slide.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Sorry to stop
No,
you.
no problem. I was just giving a brief. Okay. So this is the slide I will jump onto.
Okay.
So this particular slide I was talking about. So under project financial management, if you see, we have project control, costing, billing, contracts, project performance reporting. Project control, when we say, it's like uh, in your organization, you will have a lot of hierarchy. Okay, there will be some people who are project admins, there will be some people who are portfolio managers, there will be some set of people who are planning the projects. Okay, who are whose aim is to, to just control the project, and not they are not giving the complete uh, you know access of the project, but to control the project. Let's say to create the budget for the project, to allocate the resources for the projects, but approval part and all, that goes to some hierarchy. Those are project administrators. So you can control the project using the project control module. Then you have project costing, which will keep track of all the cost which you have incurred against a particular project. Then you have project billing, through which you can generate the invoices on different criteria. Let's say uh, the example which I gave you, if your requirement is that your client will pay you, or you want to bill your client on the basis of the progress which has happened. So on for that, you can use a different invoice method. If your requirement is based on the number of efforts you have put in, on the basis of that, if you want to generate the invoice and revenue. If your requirement is that, okay, you are maintaining a third party system for all these things, and you just want to create invoice. So what you can do, you can create events in the application, and you can create the billing based on that. So there are a lot of invoice methods. Not lot of, actually, there are only 4 invoice methods. But how we will use that we will check as we progress in our course. Then we have project contracts. So a lot of people who have worked on Oracle e-business suite, they will know that project contracts was a different product earlier in e-business suite. But now in PPM, without having a contract, you cannot generate your invoices. Okay, so even if you do not have a project, that's okay. But you need to have a contract available in the PPM for the generation of invoice and revenue. So earlier, what we were doing in e-business suite was, we were creating an agreement against the customer, we were baselining the funding amount, and then that was a prerequisite for the generation of billing. So that process has been taken over, and now we have the contracts. So we will be creating the contracts in the PPM, and the contract will have all the information related to your customers, related what criteria you are setting for the invoice generation. So when we will discuss the contracts, you will get to know that this particular entity is the heart of your billing. It will have almost all the details which was, scattered in Oracle e-business suite. So in your Oracle e-business suite, as I said, you first have to create an agreement, then you have to create the funding, then you have to baseline the budget, then you have to select the different criteria of your billing. So all this is in one place under the contract umbrella. And now you have project performance reporting, which will keep telling you like how your project is performing, whether it is on time, whether you need some resources, and uh, how much billing you have incurred for a particular quarter, for a particular period, how much revenue has been generated. So this part will take care of all the indicators for a particular project. Now coming to the execution management. So this is purely from a project management perspective. Okay. So let's consider if your requirement is like that. Okay. The financial part I'm taking care through some other system. Okay. Now I only want to take care of the project management stuff. Okay. The project management stuff, when I say like you create your sprints. Okay. Are you aware of agile methodology?
No.
Anyone here aware of agile sprints? Okay. So most of the IT organization these days are adapting agile methodologies. So in that, what we do is we create sprints. So when I say sprint, it's like it's a task created for 1 week or 2 week or whichever period you choose. Now you come back after a week or two, and then we discuss on that task, okay, whether it is completed or not completed. Earlier in our waterfall model, what used to happen? Now we used to work in stages. Okay, let's say the requirement gathering. It is a stage in a project implementation life cycle. So we will keep on working for months on this particular phase. And ultimately, like let's say we have been given a period of 3 months. So after 3 months, we will be giving our conclusion. And if it is not as per the business requirement, we'll again go back and we will do the things. So better in agile, what we are doing, we are showing the progress on a sprint basis. So weekly, we will be giving some task. Weekly, we will be discussing this with the customer. If they are not satisfied, we'll again go back, we'll again create a sprint, and we will work on it. So this is agile project methodology is a whole different concept. But what I want to tell you that this is incorporated in the PPM. And if your requirement is that okay, I just want to track how my project is going. Okay, whether it is completing on time, whether the resource, whether it is the whether I have the best fit resources available for the particular task given. So all this you can achieve using execution management. So as the name suggests, this only takes care of the execution part, and this is also one of the most selling offering from Oracle PPM. A lot of clients who are project driven, again, I'll give you an example of TCS. So a lot of clients like TCS is using this offering to just track their project progress, to just make sure that suppose tomorrow if you resign from your current organization, this software, this offering will automatically create a new requirement or will tell the project manager that we have a vacant position and these are the resources available currently in our resource pool. Which one you would like to opt for your project? So this level of visibility, this level of experience, this offering is given to the project managers. So we will be covering both of this offering. As I said, if your requirement is to track down the financial aspect of your project, then you can go with the project financial management. Or if you are mostly concerned with how my project is being executed, then you can go with this offering, or you can go with both the offering, as many organizations are opting these both the offerings, as this enables them to make their life easy. Let's consider your organization has some 20-30,000 projects. For example, especially manufacturing organizations, okay, they will have small projects everywhere, okay. So for such organization, this product is very valuable. They are uh, I mean, the recently we have implemented both of the offering for a particular client, and it saved thousands of hours of them. They have given us a progress report at how many hours and how many cost they have saved using this particular product. So this is in very much demand, and I would like to tell you that you will not find a lot of resources of PPM, okay, because it is a niche technology, and it is slightly complex as well. Suppose if you have a finance background, it will be easier for you to understand the accounts. It will be easier for you to reconcile your trial balances. But PPM will need a slightly different approach. It needs more. You need to think yourself as a project manager. Whenever we will discuss the setups, whenever we will discuss as we progress further, you need to think yourself as a project manager and how this product is making your life easy. So with that perspective, you have to think. For example, if you are a project manager, you will have to think that, okay, now the project has come to my plate. These are my timings. Now I will have you may have to allocate resources in shifts. So let's say if you have given a 24/7 project, so you need to create the shifts. So this allows you to create A, B, and C shift, your India shift, your UK shift, your US shift. Who all are the people working on A shift, B shift, C shift, and what is the suppose if someone is working in a night shift, so what extra allowance you are giving to them, so that also you can record it here. What other, so let's say if you are a 24/7 project, so you will be allocating some resources to work on weekend, so how you will be designing their comp off. So all this you can achieve using this project execution management. Okay. Are you getting a picture of uh, how this product is making the life of project managers easy? How this product is being used in the real time scenario, and what are the advantages and features of this project? Are you getting a glimpse of it?
Yes, yes.
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 Okay. So again, sorry. So these are the modules available, which is again project costing, billing, control, contract, project performance reporting, project integration gateway. So let's say you have Microsoft projects. Okay, so we have a kind of a similar ERP which is being maintained by Microsoft as well. So if your requirement is okay, my legacy system, or your client was working initially on Microsoft project, and they are comfortable working on that platform only, and they want the PPM for their billing purposes, or to track down the cost and the project creation, the task creation, or to create the basic layout of the project. They want to use the Microsoft projects. So yes, that is also possible. They can use the other products, and then using this integration gateway, we can integrate the MSP with our PPM. And this feature is again available in the e-business suite as well. So, but in e-business suite, you have to do a lot of setup, you have to enable a lot of macros. But when we progress in this course, you will see how easy it is in the Fusion to just simply integrate the MSP or any other product for that purpose. Okay, I will go to the application. Okay, and this is how an Oracle Fusion application looks like. Okay, so as Krishna is already working on Fusion already, so you will be familiar with this part. For Neetu and Sheila, so this is your work area. Okay, so let's say, mm, where is where is our project? Okay, so let's say if you're a project manager, this will be your work area. You will be given these tabs, okay, and these tabs will be enabled for you using a security console. So, like we have admin responsibility in e-business suite, we have IT security console, and this will be again maintained by one or two admin people in the team. And this is what I will going to tell you tomorrow on how you can create the user, how you will be giving the roles, the privileges for a particular user. For example, if your uh, uh, let's say if you are a project manager, okay, and you do not want I mean your organization do not want you to be exposed to anything related to the contract or order management or supply chain execution or receivable. So this can be easily done using security console. So you will be given some roles. Based on the roles, these tabs will be available for you, like you were given the responsibility access. So once for your user, your admin has given you the responsibility. Under that responsibility, you will have lot of forms which will be opened. Similarly, here also, you will be given an access to all these tabs, and these tabs will be given to you based on the privileges and the roles which will be assigned for your users. So this will be given to the end user to perform their day-to-day operation. For example, if you're a general accountant, so you will have to create the journals on a day-to-day basis. So these tabs are available for you. If you are a finance guy, a receivable guy, sorry. So you will be given an access to these tabs in which you can check your invoices, your revenue, or other account receivable activities you can capture from here. If you are an implementation expert, if you're a consultant, then you will be given the access to setup and maintenance. And this is something which we will discuss tomorrow again in detail. So using setup and maintenance, if you go here, you will basically configure the application. You will configure the application in setup and maintenance so that the end user will be enabled to perform their day-to-day operation under these tabs. And it is very easy to navigate. If you see, this is your basic profile. Okay, so these are some basic navigations. If you want to set some preferences, You can go here, you can change the language, your password, your look and feel, you can control from this side. Then the template you can control, then application version. If someone asks you which application version you are using, you can use this part and you can tell them. So currently it's 23T, it's 11.13. And then if you want to add your favorites, if you have some notifications, let's say if you are a AR person, so you will be getting a lot of notifications here to approve the invoices, or if you are a project admin, you will be getting a lot of notifications here to approve the projects. And using this, you can come to the home page. You can navigate all this using this three lines from here as well. So from here as well, all this is available. You can go to the tools. So you see the schedule process and reports and analytics. So schedule process is something in e-business suite. Whenever you wanted to submit a request, you used to go to the request. You need to give the program name there. So similarly, we have schedule processes available here. So here you will go to schedule process. You will give the job name. Let's say auto invoice. If I give, okay, so these are the list of the jobs available for me as of now. Import payable invoice. So I can click on OK and I can give the basic parameters which is needed to submit this job. So this is an overall look and feel of the application. And when we will connect tomorrow, what we will discuss is how we will create this user, how this user will have access to collection or project or general accounting, or for that matter, setup and maintenance. Okay. So tomorrow when we will meet, we will discuss on these aspects, on how you can create the role, how an access will be provided to a user, and how you yourself can assign some roles to you if you are given the security console access. Okay.
Okay.
So any doubt, uh, uh, anything you want me to cover session in the session going further, like Sheila has given some
Yeah, hi.
preferences sets. Yeah.
So, see, just for reference, like actually, I worked in Oracle PPM also for very few months, like let's say 1 year, like in support project.
Huh, huh.
So currently, like my project is like starting from different, moving from different ERP to Oracle Fusion.
Okay.
So, like, are you going to give any fair idea on like how conversions will happen? Are you going to give any like how conversions will happen from the ERP to like any ERP? Let's say, will you give any like fair idea on like how conversions can happen from different ERP to Oracle Fusion?
Okay. So 1 minute, I will share with you what we are going to cover. So we will cover these basic setups which is needed for you to implement the PPM. Okay, and these
Okay,
are the topics. But
okay,
as you said that uh, you want to, you want to get to know about the conversion part as well, like how you can migrate, let's say, the invoices and revenue from the legacy system
yeah,
to the Fusion, so that I can
yeah.
cover, no problem.
And if yes, that is if see if want to learn more about the conversions, is this the right module or any other module is there in Oracle?
Okay, so conversion will be there in every module. Okay, be it your
Okay,
PPM, be it your payables, receivable, and general ledger also. So
yeah,
what conversion is like you are taking the data from the legacy system to your Fusion PPM or Fusion payables or Fusion receivable. So for that, there are import export functionality available in the PPM, which I will tell you.
Okay.
There are fbdi templates available in the PPM in which you can directly load a chunk of data, and in a single go, you can upload that into the Oracle application.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that we will take care.
Yeah. Sure.
I just want to know, is it you'll be covering the OTL also in this time and labor?
OTL, no. Oracle time and labor will not be covering.
At least you will be giving us an overview on that.
We can cover the integration on what all are the basic setups you will need to integrate from the PPM perspective.
Yes, from PPM perspective.
Yes, yes. Okay, so this sheet, this content I will be uploading. Okay, so it will be easier for us to keep a track on what we are doing and to give you an idea also that what we are going to learn. And as if there is any additional requirement, no problem, I can take it up.
Yeah, if you include that overview of OTL, that also will be good.
Okay, okay, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll end our session here only today. And tomorrow, when we will come, we will start from our first topic, which is creation of users and assigning the roles to them.
So one last question, sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
So
please.
if the session is kind of like how the sessions are planned like daily, it's the same time like 8:30 to 10 o'clock.
Yes, it so initially it would be till 9:30 only.
Okay.
Then as we progress, then we will increase it to 10 o'clock.
Okay. So if like any happens like preponement or postpone like let's say like it's 8 o'clock to 9:30 or like that, can it modify it?
I don't think that would be possible.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, we are recording this session, so you can check the recording, or if there is anything missed, I can take the session. I mean, when
Yeah.
we will come next time, I can give you a recap. I can
No. Actually,
continue.
see, like my currently my current I mean like what the working time I'm working is like 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay. So like it will be like okay. However, like I'll check with the admin. It will be better, I think so.
Ha. If you
Yeah.
check with him, that he will be able to guide you better.
Yeah. Sure. Definitely.
Ash, as you said, right, in case if we missed, it would be good like you do a recap of the previous session, at least 5 minutes when you start the next day.
Yes, yes. So normally, I mean, in any case, we will do a recap so that we will have a background of what we have missed. I mean, what we have covered in the last session.
Sure, thanks.
Okay. So I'll end this session. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Ash.
for tomorrow, we'll connect at 8:30 again.
Sure, thank you. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.